Konnichiwa Nakama, I'm your host, Locum23. You're joining me for Choices, the stories you play. Freshman, Book 2, Chapter 6, The Cast Party. Kaitlyn struggles to keep the shock off her face while Arjun discusses his recent transfer to Hartfeld. Yeah, I'm here to stay. Hartfeld has an amazing anthropology department, and it's close to Northbridge. I figured it'd be a great fit. Yeah, that's great. You look like I just told you my dog died. Oh, what? Oh, sorry. I'm glad you're coming to Hartfeld, really. I didn't expect it, that's all. Sorry, I guess I'm full of surprises tonight. I'm gonna step aside for a second. I told my mom I'd check in. You know how she gets. Right, totally. Arjun heads outside, and Kaitlyn turns to you, looking worried. Well, that just got a lot more difficult. You're not actually gonna spend all your year hiding the truth from him, right? Why not? That's what I did basically all of middle school and high school. Kaitlyn sighs and rubs her hands through her hair. I mean, part of me is happy he's gonna be around, 'cause we're old friends. It's just, we were never close enough for him to know that. Well, maybe it's time for him to know. Because you should be able to be yourself around him. I think he might have a thing for you. I honestly didn't see that yet. I mean, if you're really suspicious, maybe, but you should be yourself around him. I don't know, Mizumi. I'm just not ready. I thought I was ready when I kissed you on stage, but it's easy to be brave when you're playing a character, you know? I know what you mean. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pressure you. No, don't worry about it. I'm so glad I can talk to you about this stuff, Mizumi. It really... Just then Trip and Logan barrel into the kitchen and yank open your fridge door. What are you guys looking for in our fridge? We need your spicy salsa. Why exactly? I'm about to obliterate this fool in a salsa eating competition. I'm the judge. Right. I think we see what's going on here. We'll give you three some, Just then Trip snags a jar off the top shelf of your refrigerator door. The lid flies off, splashing you with salsa. Trip, what the hell? Oh crap! Sorry, Mizumi. Party foul. Mizumi, your clothes, they're all salsa-y. Yeah, I noticed. You turn to Kaitlyn as Logan and Trip start furiously devouring the salsa, while Madison referees. I'm gonna go change. Talk later? Of course. What will we be changing into? You go over your closet and look at your options. It would be nice to dress up tonight. Wear something special to the party as a chance to look great and impress your love interests. Oh my. So regular t-shirt. We have a choice between that and that. Damn. I'm not gonna lie, I like the red. It's kind of like an auburn color. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do like the red though. Ooh. That is quite revealing. That is quite revealing. See, I like a woman like that. We're gonna go... How about this? Let me know in the comment section below what you want me to wear. And this is the awesome thing about my community. I'm letting you guys decide. Do you guys want me to stick with this? So far, James' version is dramatically winning next. So for James' version, do you want me to wear that, or do you want me to wear the pink? For Kaitlyn, I think I'm going to wear the red. That's my kind of woman. Wow, that is quite revealing. Technically, you're not official yet with anyone, so keep that in mind. Someone did point that out with me right now, that you're more... You can be either in them still to this day. I'm going to go with red. Definitely an upgrade. Maybe I should thank Trip for getting salsa on me. I like it. I like a little bit of mystery. I like a little bit of sleek and sexiness. Because then it leaves a little to the imagination, and I'm a vivid imagination kind of guy. Once you cleaned up and changed, you head back into the living room, where Kaitlyn and Arjun are talking and laughing on the couch. Your relationship with Kaitlyn will be affected. Kaitlyn turns yellow, and a pink blush creeps into her cheeks. Mizumi, that dress! Like it? Kaitlyn nods, her expression careful. She pats the seat beside her. Come sit with us? Sure. What were you guys laughing about just now? Oh, we were just talking about this one time when Arjun and I went to get breakfast tacos at Joe's before school, and... What are breakfast tacos? So, I answered this. I'm gonna go with what are breakfast tacos. It's basically exactly what it sounds like. Wait, you guys don't have breakfast tacos here? We have breakfast burritos. I honestly have never had a breakfast taco. It's not the same. They seem pretty similar to me. Oh, honey, they're really not. Anyway, it's kind of a long story, but it ends with us showing up late to school because we decided to get seconds, and then thirds, and then... Oh my god, I totally forgot to tell you this, but I went there again for lunch that day. What? Why didn't you take me? You was still a sophomore, dog. Only seniors were allowed to go off campus for lunch, remember? Right. That was such BS. Wow, someone's salty. You should write a letter to Miss Barksdale and try to get some justice for future generations. No way. I'm still scared of her. Those crazy long nails of her could do some serious damage. Arjun bursts out laughing, then takes another sip of his beer, a reminiscent gleam in his eye. He notices you looking lost and clears his throat. Sorry, I feel like we're totally boxing you out of the conversation, Mizumi. No, it's fine. How about this? What do you like best about Kaitlyn? Because honestly, I'm still trying to find a reason to like her. Wow, you were such a jerk! Well, I really like her personality, massages, lips. Oh, Lord. Lord have mercy, I could bring her out in the open right now. Her lips, girl. And then she'd be like, I guarantee she'd go pink. And then Arjun would be like, And I kind of really want to do it. But, personality. She's super sweet, and she really cares about her friends. And she's a lot of fun. Aw, Mizumi. I think I can see that. But it'd help if we spent more time together. Oh, yeah? I'm sure we will, especially now that we're both at Hartfeld. After a while, Arjun gets up for another drink, and you turn to face Kaitlyn. It's obvious that he likes you. But don't act like you don't notice it. I don't know. Maybe he does? Maybe he doesn't? I don't think it's as obvious as you seem to think, but what exactly do you expect me to do? Tell him that you're not interested? You're not into guys! You're taken. You're taken. Your relationship with Kaitlyn will be affected. Am I? We haven't really defined, well, us. Maybe we should. I think I'd like that, but let's not talk about it here. That's a conversation that requires a lot more privacy. I'll try to be patient, but in the meantime, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna tell Arjun? Nothing? Honestly, I'm not super convinced that he even likes me. But he does like you. We don't know that. Look, he says anything more definite, then I'll tell him. For now, it's kind of nice having him back as a friend. I know, I just hope he knows that. Kaitlyn glances over to the kitchen where Arjun's leaning against the counter with a freshly opened beer, looking a little lost. Well, I'm gonna go talk to him. He doesn't know anyone here, so I kind of feel like I should help him keep entertained, you know? And if he does make a move or says anything too flirty, I'll tell him I'm not available. Happy? I suppose. Kaitlyn gets up from the couch and walks over to Arjun, who brightens up when he sees her. I guess I'd better make my rounds. You head up to the roof to find James sipping his drink and staring distractedly at the partygoers. Something on your mind? Relationship with James will be affected. He turns to look at you and his eyes go wide. Wow, Mizumi, that dress is beautiful. Oh, this whole thing? Okay, I guess technically it's brand new. The dress may be new, but you are a classic beauty. Aw, stop. You're gonna make me blush. James smiles, but still seems distracted. So why are you up here all alone? I'm just trying to figure it all out. What do you mean? Well, I never really considered that my play would make it to the stage, much less a major literary agent in the audience. I mean, what if Yasmin doesn't offer to represent me? What if she does and wants me to make more script changes to adapt it for a film? What if I'm not ready for this? You're totally ready. I mean, look at what you've done already. Not only did you write an incredible play, but you put it all together to perform in a matter of days. Mizumi, you know that I can't take all the credit for that. And you shouldn't. But you should remember that when you feel like you aren't ready or that things are becoming too much, there will always be people that have your back. You're right. If Yasmin decides to take me on, I'll be ready for it, no matter what happens next. You mean when Yasmin decides to take you on? I think our play turned out great. You're an amazing writer. You're irresistible. Kiss me now, James. You're an amazing writer. I appreciate the pep talk, but I'm really not. Oh my god. Enough with the false modesty. Just admit you're talented. Okay, maybe there are one or two good lines in the play. Maybe. You're hopeless. James looks down and notices that his glass is empty. I think I'll get myself another drink. Need anything? I'm good for now, but I'll head in with you. It's freezing out here. Especially you with a sleeveless dress. Back inside, you spot Chris and Darren laughing quietly in the corner and walk over to join them. Your relationship with Chris would be affected. You weren't wearing that before, were you? Yeah, I had a little salsa incident. Chris presses his hands together and raises them up in the air. Thank you, salsa. Aw, stop. You're gonna make me blush. So, what are you guys laughing about just now? See for yourself. Went to a hallway where Becca has Sebastian cornered. She twirls a piece of hair around her finger and laughs prettily at something he just said. Yikes. That's a match made in hell if I ever saw one. Right? Chris claims it doesn't bother him. Why would it? Because you used to date her? She almost sucked out your soul. You ditched her for me? Ooh! 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 I'm gonna save that one for when we do the Chris version. She almost sucked out your soul. I bet if you'd stayed with her any longer, you would have come back an empty Chris shell. Ouch! That was ice cold, Mizumi. Can we talk about, you know, anything else? I've been enjoying my Becca-free lifestyle, and I'd like it to keep it that way. Let's talk about how Logan said he'd bring me a beer and then totally disappeared. Chris glances up and grimaces. Oh crap, they're coming over here. Sebastian strides over the table with Becca in tow. He gives you all a dazzling smile before his gaze settles on Chris. Christopher, Just wanted to give my congratulations for your excellent work in the James's little production. Just Chris is fun. Your charisma and stage presence rival many thespians I've performed with. Which is exactly why I think you'd make an excellent vice president for my upcoming student council campaign. Me? A VP? You're asking Chris to be your running mate? Yo, Chris! Now you're gonna be running for VP? Hands Darren on one of the beers he's holding. Yay! I'm so exciting! I just thought if you ever ran, we'd run together. Bros for life, you know? Logan, this is the first time I've ever heard you say anything about politics. Not that Chris has ever shown any interest either. Why, Chris, Sebastian? You barely know each other. You know, I find myself wondering the same thing. We share the stage. There is no greater bond. With my keen mind for politics and Chris's golden boy appeal, we're unstoppable. Well, that's certainly a tempting offer. Can I have a little time to think it over? Absolutely, but make it quick. I'll have to begin campaigning soon. Now, do you have any prior experience with political office? A turn on student council, perhaps? Where did you go to school before Hartfeld? Cherryfield High? It's in Maine? I thought Foxcroft was the only prep school of note in Maine. Cherryfield isn't ringing a bell. Oh, well, that's probably because it's a public school. Sebastian's eyes go wide with horror, and then he starts laughing uproariously. What's so funny? It's just the all-American boy with such humble beginnings. It's so quaint. Hey, there's nothing wrong with public school. Ah, sure there's not. Sebastian? I think you should apologize. Just say you're sorry now, before you say something that makes it even worse. Why should he? All he did was tell the truth. What? That going to some fancy private school makes him better than Chris? Just look at Sebastian. He's smart, sophisticated, ambitious, and super rich. No, Mazumi is right. I should apologize, Chris. I'm very sorry. That you had to attend a mediocre public school and ended up with a really mediocre education. You literally ended up at the same college, genius. Open your eyes. And if public school is outside your demographic, you're going to be hard-pressed to find voters. They called it the 99% for a reason. Thanks, guys, but I can fight my own battles. Don't worry, Chris. Your standard public school system won't affect our campaign, assuming we can find a way to spin it. Chris pushes back his chair and stands up. You know what? You can stop saying our campaign. As of right now, you're officially running opposed. What? You heard me. I don't need to be your poster boy. I'm running for president myself. Oh, my man Chris is coming for the title. There's a beat of silence, and Sebastian starts laughing even louder than before. That truly is hilarious. There's nothing funny about it. Sebastian, I think he's serious. Serious or not, there's no way he'd actually beat me. Just wait and see. You, Darren, Logan, and Chris glared back on Sebastian. Sebastian gazes back with a placid smile still on his face. What are we looking at? Come on, Sebastian. Let's get out of here. I have a sudden desire to be anywhere else. You have a sudden desire to be a whore, but... Oh, it's too late. Let me just get my coat. Hopefully somebody painted the back of it. Go screw yourself. Becca slips her arm around Sebastian's waist and turns him away. Sebastian glances back over his shoulder and winks at Chris. When you realize all of this is a lost cause, come find me. He and Becca grab their coats and walk out in the cold. That was tense. For real, but hell yeah, President Chris. We gotta celebrate, man. Rage Cage? You know, I'd never say no. Alright, we'll set it up. Darren claps Chris on the shoulders as he gets up. Can I play? Of course, do you know how? Does anyone really? You and Chris move away from the table so they can set up the cups. Chris shoves his hands into his pockets of his jeans. Are you okay? Yeah, it's just been kinda crazy lately. Yeah, I guess it has. So, are you really gonna do it? Run for president? You know, I think I am. Why not? I want to show people like Sebastian that I'm not just a jock. Think I got what it takes? Totally no question. Sebastian seems pretty formidable. Totally no question. You'll wipe the floor up with him. Thanks, Mizumi. Yo, Perez, where you at? Game's about to start. I guess that's my cue. I'll see you later, unless you want to play. I think I'll pass this time. I'll be rooting for you, though. Yes, I've never played Rage Cage. Make your way across the room to where Abby and Tyler stand against the wall watching the game of Rage Cage. Tyler whispers something into her ear, and the corner of Abby's mouth quirks up in a smile. Oh, sorry, am I interrupting? No, not at all. Tyler was telling me the mathematical probability of winning a game of Rage Cage. Yeah? What's the outcome? Inconclusive, since no one really understands the rules anyway. You look over the table where Chris, Darren, Logan, and Tripp are banging their fists on the table, chanting Rage Cage. That sounds about right. Oh, I'm dry. I'm gonna get a refill. No, let me. I'll be right back. Tyler takes Abby's cup and starts towards the kitchen. Tripp grabs him and pulls him into the game of Rage Cage. Guess that refill's going to take a while. How are things with you and Tyler? You guys are so cute, and you seem really happy. Tell me about it. Don't leave anything out. I'm not sure how much there is to tell, since we recently started dating. But I really like Tyler, and we're figuring it out together. She looks over at Tyler, staring at the whir of cups and balls in front of him with an expression of sheer panic. She grins. I guess we're still figuring out how we work together, but so far, I'm liking the journey. Abby, that's so sweet. You two are the best. Quit it, Mizumi. You're gonna make me blush, but speaking of, how's your life going? You mean me and Chris, Kaitlyn, James. Kaitlyn. We're really married together, but things got a little more complicated once Arjun showed up. Kaitlyn still isn't out to everyone back home, including him, so it's like I want to respect her wishes and help her work through this in her own time, but I'm also worried having Arjun around will mean we can't be as obvious as we used to be. I'm sorry, Mizumi. I know it's rough, but I know Kaitlyn really appreciate you being patient with her. You guys have been so close since day one, and I know there's nothing that could come between you. You'll get through this together. Thanks, Abby. It's actually really nice to hear that. I get the feeling it'd be really nice for Kaitlyn to hear it too. Maybe you should go talk to her. You look over at the bar where Kaitlyn is mixing up cocktails for Zach and Brandon. Arjun watching over her shoulder. I think I will. Excuse me while I take a sip of my coffee. You sit up to Kaitlyn and take her hand in yours, below the counter where Arjun can't see. Hey. Hey. There's something I want to talk to you about. something important. Looks like it's time for you and Kaitlyn to have the talk. Will you define the relationship or leave things as they are? Find out in the next chapter. Ah, yes. Yes, that's right. I am Professor Vasquez. And what you didn't know is I already wrote the book and completed it. Aha, you're reading my finest works. I hope you all really did enjoy the video. By the way, I have a metric ton of content out today. Already got 3 videos up just this morning alone. Did 2 from the bike ride, which was yesterday. 1 was going to, 1 was coming from my appointment. Coming from was a nightmare. Long story short, it was very hot and humid because it started to rain right after I got out of my doctor's appointment. I waited, then I started to ride. As the sun was out and it was beating on me, the humidity coming up. For anybody who has breathing problems, they can tell you that's, you kind of go in the red zone. You know what I'm saying? And you start getting really exhausted. It's harder to breathe. The air is heavier. Then it started to sprinkle, and I was like, oh, cool, it's starting to cool off, the sun's going away. A roaring storm came in, 40 to 50 mile per hour winds. It was just whoosh, tons of rain. I was completely soaked head to toe. Finally found shelter under a bridge, which I should have recorded. I was trapped there for about 30 minutes. I'm talking about sides and roofing, and tons of things were ripped off of houses. One dead from one of the flooding. So a lot of shit had happened yesterday. Horrible wind, horrible rain. I came home, and along my street was about, there was a couple dips in the street. I'd say there was about 10 inches of water, give or take. It went up halfway up my bike rim, if not higher. So that was awesome. I was like, well, shit, if I stop pedaling, I am going to float. And by float, I mean fall in and then float, baby. But most of that is recorded, just not that extent. I did get my burrito, but I digress. And then also Imperium, a lot of content, especially if you're a sci-fi fan. You will enjoy it, is up on the channel. I will go ahead and add a couple boxes to this specific video showing all that and taking you to it. There's a part 1, part 2 to the real life video, and then also the Imperium video. And then the 4th box will be coming up, will be this next chapter to this. So stay tuned for that. We're going to be hammering out the content today, so stay tuned for that. And until next time, remember, if you did enjoy the content, please like and share. Let me know in the comment section below also about that outfit. And if you want to follow me or speak to me on social media, that's down in the description. And if you want to support my channel and all that, which would be really appreciated, there is a couple links down there as well. And until next time, stay well, stay awesome, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.